I'll stay in the session for now. Okay, so I'm going to show you the mod system. The mod system, in my opinion, is a huge part of this game. This specific mod system was added when the open beta started. In closed beta, they had a different system they decided to scrap. But it's a card-based system. So the way it works is we'll go on my Warframe and I'll show you. It's right here. You click on the wrench. Brings you into the mod system. Now, you gain these cards. These are the mods that drop in the game. They all have specific things they do. Some of them are unique to your specific Warframe. So, for example, that one says Ember at the bottom of it, so it's specific to my Warframe. The cost to equip it is the number in the center right. So in this case, it would be a 10 to equip it. The cost is how many points you have to spend is determined by the level of your Warframe. So in this case, my Warframe is, I believe, 15. Yeah, 15. So because I'm supercharged, which I'll explain in a moment, gives me 30 mod capacity. So I can install cards up to 30 points total. Now there's a couple kickers here. If you look right here, there's an icon in the upper right hand corner. The 2 dashes. If I install a mod into that spot that has the 2 dashes, this one for example, that has the 2 dashes in the upper right hand corner, it costs me half as much. So if I'm putting something in that slot for that specific type, you get the bonus of it costing half as much. In this case, it would be my abilities go on the outside 4 slots, and they cost half as much. Now, if I put something else there, let's test that out. Let's say I put something different, it actually costs more. So it costs 1 more to do that. So the good thing is to keep those in the same type. If possible. Obviously, it might be worth it to do the 1 extra if you have something you really want to put in there. Let's see, let's put that back in. There we go. The mod system also has a leveling system, which is really slick. The way it works is you take a card, you hit fusion, and you can add either fusion cores or other cards into it to level it up. So, for example, see how the experience goes up? As that card levels up, it becomes more expensive to use, but it becomes better. The percentages on it goes up, the damage goes up, what you're gaining gets better. It does cost credits to do this, so the higher level it is, the more expensive it's going to be. But it's definitely a good thing to do to get your stuff raised. Now, if you fuse a card with a copy of a same card, so 2 of the same card, it gives you a lot of experience for that item. So, for example, if I have fast deflection here, if I had a second fast deflection, by putting it in, it would give it an entire level. And then for the second level, 2 of them would level it up. So you get a lot more experience using that. So that system is definitely positive. Now you'll notice that not all of these came up when I was in my Warframe. It's because they're for specific uses. For example, this mod is used for the shotgun. This one is used on the Volt frame. This one is for a rifle. It's different mods for different items. Let's jump back out here. You'll see I have the 3 weapons. The weapons are the same way. So in this case, it's level 15, so I have a 30 mod capacity because it is supercharged. And I could just throw stuff in to give it different abilities. So there's my fire damage. There's my electrical damage which I just got, so I need to level that up a little bit. And then I've got fire rate and crit damage and ammo capacity, just all kinds of modifiable aspects to make the weapon act the way you want it to, give it that feel that you want your character to have. The customability in this game is quite good. Obviously, the only thing holding you back is playing more missions to get more mods. They have rarity to them. There are common and rare mods, etc. So the rare mods are obviously better. They're the more sought-after ones. But the common mods are nothing to slouch at. Some of the most staple mods, I think, are common mods, like Vitality, for example, that gives you more health, or Redirection, which gives you more shields. They're common drops, but important to any build. Okay, so let's talk about the Supercharger, the Catalyst and Reactors. What these are items that, instead of getting a mod capacity equal to your level, so for example, if you're level 15, your mod capacity would be 15, it supercharges it and gives you double. Now, the superchargers can be gotten in multiple ways. They can be purchased in the store for 20 platinum. They can be made utilizing blueprints you get dropped in the game. Or if you purchase that weapon or frame on the store, it'll already have a supercharger installed when you get it. Otherwise, it will not be supercharged. That's something you need to add later on. Okay, so I'm going to jump out real quick. We'll go back in and explain Sentinels and stuff in a moment, but I want to jump into the market, show you guys the market. So the microtransaction system in this game, as we said earlier, is not very micro. Things are a little costly, but you don't have to buy a lot. It's not like you're not really wanting to unlock everything. It's not a consumable type of thing. So, for example, there are weapons available. You can change the weapon out. So, for example, my bow, I had purchased my bow. You start out with a set of weapons based off of the Warframe you choose at the beginning, and you can modify out. Some of it's purchased with credits. For example, you can get the Latron here with 50,000 credits, so you can save up and get certain weapons. Not all of them have that option. For example, the Paris, the bow, does not have that option. But you can get blueprints. See, as you can see, the Paris blueprint right here. What that does is that allows you to construct it. See, I have an Orkan reactor one right here. Things drop in the levels that are components, materials for crafting. You can collect that as you're going through missions, and when you have enough, you can hit build. As you can see, it takes one full day to build this specific item, and costs 35,000 to start the build process. But that is absolutely a way to get what you're trying to get without spending money. Frames can be done this way. You can build frames, you can build weapons, and you can build the supercharged items this way. You just got to find the blueprint, find the materials, craft it up. So if you're willing to grind it out, you don't have to spend a penny. In the store, there is a good number of things available. There are bundle kits that can get you a Warframe plus a base set of gear and possible modifications. There are, all the Warframes themselves by themselves. Here's the blueprints to make the Warframes. Tons of weapons available. Lots of different choices. And then there is equipment. Equipment lets you buy mod packs, so you get some random mods. It also lets you get affinity boosters, so experience potions basically, along with gear like ammo boxes and things like that. Now there are a couple extra things in here you'll notice. There are skins for your weapons to make them look different. There are helmets. The helmets actually modify your character. So for example, if I had the one for mine, the Ember, it would boost the energy capacity, give me more energy capacity to cast my abilities, but it would lower my shields. So this is a modification, not just an aesthetic, although it does look kind of neat. Then there are the Sentinels. There are two here. The Shade and the Worm are the two available. What they are is the little helper you see floating above me right here. The Sentinel can do different things. He has his own set of mods. So for example, I have one that will attack any visible enemy for me, so that helps me out. I have where it boosts the shields when I run out, so it helps me get shields back. It has extra health and shield recharge, and he gets mods just like I do. They don't drop quite as frequently for me, but he does do mods just like I do. You can also equip out his weapon, giving his weapon different mods as well. So he works just like an item in your inventory, like a weapon or a frame, where you can customize him to the way you want him to be, and he follows you around in missions. Very helpful to have. The Worm, which is the one I have, is more of an offensive one, where the other one, the Shade, I believe it's called, is more of a stealth one for stealthy characters. There is also a gear system that lets you get things like ammo boxes and stuff like that. They are consumable, so when you use one, it is gone. But can be nice to have in a pinch if you're out of ammo in the middle of a mission. Not a good place to be. One more thing on the screen to show you, and that's revives. So revives are 4 per 24-hour period. If you go down in a mission and there's no one to get you back up, you can use a revive to get up. So you have 4 per 24-hour period. They refill on their own, or you can pay I think it's like 6 or 7 platinum to get one back if you need it back. Okay. The frames in the game, one of the cool things about the game is you can actually switch in and out. So for example, I can choose the Excalibur, and I switch into the Excalibur. I can go in, I can modify the Excalibur, so I can play anytime with whichever one I own. You're not stuck with one class, for example. It's whatever you own, switch in and out. They keep their level when you go out, so you can have a nice collection of leveled up frames to use in any situation. Okay. Let me get back out of all these screens here. Here we go. There is a system called the Artifact System. Does someone of you guys want to explain the Artifact System? I haven't quite got one yet.
I think that'd be best for Gallows there. I've had horrible luck with them myself.
I believe that the Artifact System is a... Oh, maybe I do have one. Increased pistol ammo recovery. Okay. Or maybe that's his. The idea behind the Artifact is it's an overarching modifier. So the Artifact gets installed, and then it pretty much modifies... It modifies everything. It's not on a weapon. It's overarching. It's like a... I don't know the best way to explain the Artifact. They come up in special events. They're pretty rare, but they just modify it in an overarching aspect.
Yeah, like the pistol one there for the ammo. That's just, I mean, something like that for a player like myself. I use the pistol like crazy.
Modifier.
Yeah. And I use the pistol like crazy, and I mean that would really help, because I don't know how many times I've ran missions and you get so close to running out of ammo, or you do run out of ammo, and then you're just having to switch over and use the sword and cross your fingers and hope you're good enough.
Right. Very much so. Yeah, ammo is definitely a problem.
The cool thing about the artifacts is that they stack.
Oh, nice.
Very cool. Yeah, so if you have 3 slots here, you
can have 3 of the pistols.
Oh, very cool. That is very cool. Obviously, when you get later in the game and you've played quite a bit, having a handful of artifacts isn't going to be challenging. But early on, it takes a while before you actually see one. What will happen is that where I've seen them come from the most is these alerts. When an alert will pop up, it'll be a timed mission, like not timed to complete, but how long you have to do it. So, for example, for the next 8 hours, this mission's available. If you jump in and do that mission, it seems like that's where they have the best chance of dropping artifacts. I'm not sure if that's the only place they can drop artifacts, but that's the only place I've seen them so far. Is that where you got yours, Gallows? I believe that is where he got his. Okay. So we will... Well, let's do one more mission. We've got time.
I got mine from an alert.
Okay, I figured you did. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's do the next one. Let's do an exterminate mission. So let's do Caloris. Actually, you know what? No, let's do the first boss. So Tolstoj. If anybody finds they have any questions about the game, or the flow of the game, or the microtransaction system, or anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments. I always check for questions that get asked so I can answer them to the best of my ability there. It's definitely a fun game, and something in my opinion, is something unique. A co-op shooter. It's got a neat art style to it. It's got a cool feel to it. Wants us to go behind us here.
Keep moving. None of the ship's scanners have detected you. You're on the sensors now. You've been detected.
Something else that's kind of cool in this game is they give you like ninja run on the wall abilities. So you can actually scale through walls. You're basically a space ninja. This is the best way to describe it. Okay, looks like we're going through here. Some of the maps can be a little tricky. They definitely aren't always obvious where to go. If you ever get lost and you're not sure where to go, check elevations. Is it below you maybe? Check grates and things like that. Is there somewhere you can go through? So these broken grates you can go through. This is actually where it wants us to go.
The greats and the not-so-grates.
Yeah, the grates and the not-so-grates. There we go. Okay, get out of the heat here. Let my shields come back. See, he activated his shield there. Cool. Some sniper ammo is always good. Ammo is definitely something that is a delicate balance in this game. I've noticed that running out of ammo on your main weapon is definitely not a good thing and happens quite frequently for me. Probably because I miss so much.
Odd.
Pistol 10% crit. Okay. Anything that flashes like that, that has that white sheen over it, it's a usually destructible, so you can get items out of it, which is nice. A little jumping puzzle here. If you do fall off, it just puts you back up. You don't have to really worry about that. You won't die.
Which is really helpful for me.
Yeah, I fall off quite frequently, especially when you're trying to find somewhere and you're like wall jumping and wall running. That was right on me. Right there. There we go. Oh, he was ready for us. There we go. Looks like my pistol's just leveled up. You gain more experience if you're using the item, but your stuff still gains experience per kill. So for example, as you can see, I'm not using the pistols right now. It is still gaining experience, but my bow is actually gaining more experience. Oh, shattered that guy.
I love that.
I just love pinning guys to the wall. That's what the bow's all about, in my opinion. Pinning guys to the wall.
Oh, another mod right over here.
Thank you. See, and that's why you mark the mods, because I would have missed that one. So you definitely want to help out your fellow players and get all those mods. Good thing that guy didn't see me. I was scratching my nose. We were just kind of standing there, not seeing each other. Worked out perfectly. Oops. Looks like we're actually going.
That's why I love the Sentinel that I have. It's anytime I get around something like a mob like that, it cloaks me, so I get invis.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Mine actually just shoots them.
Well, yeah, mine does that too. What's really nice about it is I don't know how many times I've been sitting here and it's one of those guys with the buzzsaws will come running up on us and I get switched over to invis and the buzzsaw will stop and he'll look over at whoever I'm standing with, playing with, and attack them instead.
I just couldn't hit that guy for the life of me there. There we go. I could have sworn it told us we were coming this way earlier, but I guess it has us coming back this way. Get turned around on these levels.
Very easy to have that happen. I get turned around constantly. But that's why they made Sprint.
Indeed. This game does have headshots too, which is important. If it's got sniper rifles, it should have headshots.
Oh, heck yeah.
There we go. These guys with the shield could be a pain. I just light them on fire.
I love that sniper rifle, specifically when you're going up against them, because the ever so slightest tip of their head is over above the shield, so I can just blast them.
I don't think this is where it wants us to go, actually.
No, this isn't it. But there's more stuff to kill.
Always good.
Is entering lockdown. We'll need to override the system.
Thanks for the save. Whoever killed that guy. Maybe this is where it wants us to go. No?
Same back here
it
now.
wants us to go back through. This is definitely a tricky part, is figuring out where it wants you to go. Even with the marker, sometimes it gets tricky.
Overhaul successful. Let's get going.
Oh, oops. Don't jump that. I thought it was a platform. Wow, this is a very jumpy level. I don't remember this.
Yeah, and as silly as it is, I have such a problem with heights that even in games, I get real queasy to my stomach sometimes.
You can't look down.
But you have to.
Did we just go in a circle?
I think so.
I think the game might be trolling us.
Nice.
It says to go this way. Everybody watching is probably going, well, if you went the right way the first time. Yeah, I know. I'm not usually the guy with the map. There's a reason for it. Okay, so it's over there.
I didn't understand a word of that.
No, I didn't either. Something about dominance. Okay.
I think I heard Cupcake in there somewhere.
It's very possible. Oh, down here. Okay. Well, there were guys there. Now they're dead.
Yeah, I think they had an allergy to my sniper bullets.
Very possible. Those guys have a little bit of ring of fire action. There is no friendly fire, which is good.
Very good, actually, because well, I'd like to think that I have a pretty good aim. I do not.
Oh, I know I do not. Oh, here he is. Boss time. Keeps knocking me down. He dropped a blueprint, a Chronos blueprint. For a sword.
I like swords. That's actually the exact sword that I'm using right now.
Very cool. Okay, so let's make our way
With
out.
a few light little additions like fire and electricity.
Which is nice. Oh, my boat's leveled up.
Yeah, I like that you can add a lot of mods that you wouldn't think would work together, like, you know, fire and ice and lightning.
Yeah, pretty much whatever you socket's gonna work. It's pretty cool. I love stacking elemental damage. It's neat. Okay. So now we're just making our way out. We've done all the objectives. Now the final objective of figuring out the map. Don't get lost objective.
Yeah, we're making our way in the world today. Yeah, it takes everything we got.
Yeah, I was trying to run. This is not the way. Up and around, I guess?
Oh, over here.
Got it?
Probably across the rocks here.
Oh. And I fell off the rocks.
Whatever you do, don't fall off the rock.
Yeah. There we go.
Heads up. A Grenier assault team is headed your way.
And I love how the narrator, or she's not really a narrator, but the female voice sounds very Valley Girl.
Just followed you over the cliff.
That'll teach you to follow
I
me.
assumed you knew where you're going.
You know, if you'd have been on our EverQuest 2 series, you would know not to follow me. There we go. Pin that guy to the door.
We'll put a thumbtack in that and we'll keep him for later.
There you go. This looks like a fire moment.
See, I was thinking it looked like a sniper moment.
Says you always think it's a sniper moment.
Pretty much.
Hot over here.
Oh, there it is, against the wall. Good one.
I keep getting fusion cores. They're nice for leveling.
Yeah, not bad. Get that vitality up and the shield recharge and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we should be getting close here.
There are Grenier Marines all over.
But of course there's Grenier Marines all over.
Biosignature detected.
Get a little fire and ice on that guy there. Lit him on fire and then Gallows frozen. Definitely has a lot of guys, and I am out of ammo. On to the pistols. Nope, took off his head. Oh. Mod right here. Got on an accident. And here we are.
Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
That's what I love about the ultimate attack on the Excalibur frame that I'm using. Nice little, burst of fire damage. Everything's surrounding me in an area, and it shoots spines out, so it pins pins everything to the wall.
The wall and the ceiling. I've seen some guys on the ceiling from that.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Like last ditch, oh crap, I'm surrounded by mobs. What do I do?
That was weird.
That's the longest loading I've ever seen.
In the middle of the loading, it asked me if I wanted to revive. I think it might be lagging a little bit. It's all good though. Well, that is
probably because they
Warframe.
make you ride on the outside of the spaceship.
Yeah, I probably fell out, right? Not the most safe method. That's Warframe in a nutshell. The The microtransactions are definitely not micro, but the game is so fun that I don't think it really takes away from it that much. The fact that they give you a way to really grind out the stuff that you want is nice also. It just takes quite a while to get the materials needed to make the Warframes, for example. I would suggest when you make your first Warframe to really take a look at the powers they have and choose one of the original 3 based off of your playstyle. If you are a stealth player, pick the Loki. Pick one based off of how you feel you're going to play the game. It isn't a permanent choice. You can always make another Warframe later, but it does take quite a bit of work to make another Warframe. So I would put some thought into that first choice. The game is free to play right now. Link will be down below. Come join us. See you guys next time.